why did you specifically choose to come to Ghana for the first time?
Well, I think Ghana, one, they had the year of return. And so that was a huge, I guess, catalyst or a spark for a lot of Black Americans to come here. And because of that, you can make connections more easily in Ghana. For a lot of people, like if you come here, you can meet a lot of Black Americans who have been here. They can guide you. And also Ghanaians are also friendly and will guide you and things like that because of that type of connection. So I feel like it was kind of easier to come here and make my way around than it would be some other places.
So can you just tell us more about you, who you are, why you came to Africa for the first time?
Yes, my name is Leanne Jenkins. I am originally from Texas in the United States, although I lived in Chicago for 12 and a half years before coming here. I came to visit Ghana because I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I'm considering moving from the United States. So I was looking at different places on the continent that I might want to move, and Ghana was the first one recommended to me. So I came, I'm spending 6 weeks here and visiting different places to determine whether I want to make the move.
Okay, so far so good. How many weeks have you spent so far in Ghana?
I've spent, I think it's been 2.5 weeks. I came at the end of March, and then I did a few days in Accra, and then I've been in Cape Coast for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Mhm.
So do you intend to stay in Ghana? Maybe like coming back to Ghana to stay for the rest of your life?
The rest of my life, whoa, wow, that's a lot. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, but I do. It is at the top of my list in terms of like places to move, right? So I don't
Wow.
know how long. I can't guarantee the rest of my life, but I'm
Okay.
looking at it.
So coming to Ghana, did you had a second thoughts? Maybe you might be scammed because a whole lot of people have this perception about Africans that Africans are poor. Africans have this negative attitude and so forth. Did you ever had that kind of perception?
Um, I'm, I don't remember. Maybe when I was young, I might have had that perception, but I didn't before I came here. One, because I had a lot of friends growing up who were from the continent of Africa, Nigeria, from the continent of Africa, Nigeria, and Ghana, especially. So I didn't have that perception. And also, the United States also has its poverty, and I've lived in a lot of the places in the United States that has its poverty. So my understanding is that every place has its places that are struggling, and then it has people who are wealthy, and that's true across the globe. So I didn't have that understanding of the continent of Africa as being more poor or more struggling than the rest of the world.
We have a whole lot of, I think, 54 countries in Africa,
Yes, a
and
lot.
Ghana is part of them. So
Yes.
why did you specifically choose to come to Ghana for the first time?
Well, I think Ghana, one, they had the year of return. And so that was a huge, I guess, catalyst or a spark for a lot of Black Americans to come here. And because of that, you can make connections more easily in Ghana. For a lot of people, like if you come here, you can meet a lot of Black Americans who have been here. They can guide you. And also Ghanaians are also friendly and will guide you and things like that because of that type of connection. So I feel like it was kind of easier to come here and make my way around than it would be some other places.
Wow. So the fact that you are in Africa, definitely there is always a negative side of it. There is always a positive side of it. Can
Yeah.
you just tell me some of the negative and the positive impact that you've had when you came to Africa?
Yeah, I think the negative is something that you probably experience anytime you go anywhere, which is just that you have to learn different rules of engagement, right? So my first few days in Ghana were difficult because I also came on my own. I originally was going to come with my sister who has been here before and stayed here for 2 months, but she couldn't come. So I came on my own, and it's hard to tell like who's there to help you, who's not there to help you, what are the rules of engagement, who's your friend who just wants your money, those type of things. And so the first few days were hard until I started to learn some of the cues and understood what to expect. I will say that one of the hardest things for me was I went to Cape Coast Castle to visit,
Yeah.
they have the slave dungeons, they
Yeah.
have the, so I did that tour. And as a person who is a descendant of the enslaved Africans that were taken, it was difficult to be in the slave dungeons. And then it was hard to transition and walk out of the castle. And then, like, everybody wants your money all of a sudden when you're in a very emotional place. Although I understand it's like a touristy spot, but that was a hard, like, turn for me where I was just like, I need some time, right? So that was difficult for me. But the positives are I have met a lot of people who, like you all, like the people I'm sitting with right now, who are very, very open, very, very friendly. It's not hard to have help, right? When you're confused, oftentimes people will come along to help you. And some of them will want to help you for a fee, and other people are just there to just help you, right? So once you learn the difference, then you start to see like the people who are there just to help you and who are actually like there to,
You know,
have hospitality.
I actually saw you in the first place, you eating fufu, and I talked to my girlfriend, Coco Strands. She has a YouTube channel called Coco Strands TV. Okay,
Hmm.
so I actually talked to her that I wanted to put you on my show, and she was like, she's ready, and definitely she's also the one holding the camera, fighting with flies and so forth in Ghana here. So whether she likes it or not, she's gonna be my camera guy.
Yeah.
Whether she likes it or not, she's gonna be my camera guy.
Yeah.
You coming to Kakum National Forest or maybe Kakum National Park for the first time. I
Uh-huh.
saw you hiking and so forth. You were in my video. I was vlogging. You
Yeah.
were in my video. I
Yeah.
saw you very tired. How do you experience the place?
Kakum.
Yes.
I think Kakum is beautiful. I actually like to be in nature in general. So even when I'm in the United States, I walk in trees and stuff like that. I will hike and stuff like that. So I grew up in the country, rural Louisiana, a little bit. So I'm comfortable being outside. So I had to visit before I left Cape Coast area. I had to visit, the national park. It's beautiful out here. The canopy walk is a little scary, but still fun. I enjoyed it. You swing
Yeah.
and it's a long fall down,
Wow.
but but it was really fun. The food was good. The people were good. It was a fun walk, even though you had all those stairs. It was still fun.
Wow.
So I enjoyed it. I think everybody should come here
But I
to
think
the
I,
area.
I think you never finish your fufu. Why?
It's a lot.
Why?
I got
So
full.
you think Ghana is so cheap? Food
No.
food is so cheap in Ghana here. What?
No, no, no. No, at home, my mom would not let me throw away food. So I'm not a person who normally throws away food. If I would have known I couldn't take the fufu with me, then I would have just eaten the fufu and taken the soup and the meat. I did not know. So I was eating everything and then I got full and stopped eating. And then I learned that you cannot take fufu with you. So if you have something with fufu in it, eat the fufu first. You can take the rest, but you can't take the fufu. It will spoil.
I guess you're in a hurry. I need to make it brief for you because your taxi or maybe your Uber driver
I
is
got time.
waiting
I
for
got
you.
time.
So I need to fasten some stuff for you. You being a diaspora coming to Ghana for the first time, having this negative thoughts and this negativities around the slave trade or the castle and so forth
Yeah.
and so on, and you being a diaspora,
Mhm.
what are you going to do to change the mindset of we the Ghanaians or we Africans that normally ask foreigners for money and so forth?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm the person to change the mindset. I think that a lot of people actually, even though there's Cape Coast Castle, I don't know that a lot of people actually really, really know the history of what we've been through. Those who were taken away. And so I was talking to my friend who's not from Ghana. She's from Kenya, so she's from East Africa. But I was talking to her about my experience, and she was saying like, well, I would guess that a lot of people actually don't know. So you're coming out of that experience, and it's very intimate and personal to you. But the people who are there are trying to like sell their stuff to get their money to support their families, right? They don't necessarily know what you have gone through or how it relates to your experience. But I don't know if I'm the person that can, spread that or not. If I'm here, then more people will meet me and they'll hear my story and they'll hear the story of my family and where I came from. And hopefully, as more diasporans are here, there will be that type of exchange where we hear more about how it's been for you all and then how it's been for us, and there's some understanding.
Okay. My final question is: would you wish to recommend Ghana for any of your friends to come visit Ghana to stay
Yeah,
in Ghana forever?
forever.
Yes.
Forever is a high call, but I do think everyone should visit. I think
Wow.
they should visit, and if you can afford to, I know people got work and stuff like that, but if you can afford to, then stay a while.
Okay.
Good one to
So,
stay.
what would you like to tell your friends out there that are watching you?
Yes, I mean you can come back with me and visit anytime. I've enjoyed the places that I've been, so I recommend everyone come and visit, make friends, enjoy the place.
Anyway, this is just a short interview. This is Clevy Joe. If you're watching me, you subscribe to my channel. We have another YouTube channel called Coco Strength TV. As you're watching, you keep subscribing to our channel. We're gonna wait for you to send all your comments on our comment section. So please like our video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to subscribe to Coco Strength TV.